Do you get pain in the front of the hip when you're rowing? This video is for you. We're going to chat about what could be happening on the rowing machine that could contribute to having increased hip pain or causing hip pain. So pain in the front of the hip can happen for a couple reasons, but one of the primary ones is when we're in this front catch position and we're all scrunched up, our hip is actually in a really compressed position. That can put extra strain onto these hip flexor muscles. Another reason that can happen is actually if you're coming out to the side, it's doing a really similar thing, but at a different angle for the hip and the hip muscles. Now, everyone's anatomy is a little bit different, which means some people are going to be more comfortable here, and some people actually might be more comfortable here. I do have a whole video on if we should have our legs out or in that you can check out if that's what you do. But if you're getting some of that hip discomfort, I want you to get into the catch position without the handle, and then I want you to feel, do you feel pain in your hip? If you do, what I want you to do is back up, keep your hip hinge the same, and just back up as far as you can till you don't get any pain in the hip. Now, this right here is kind of telling you what that angle is at the hip that is most optimal for you to not necessarily get that pinch or that pain in the front of the hip. Now, you have a couple of options from here that I'm going to talk about in video 2 on what you can do to kind of modify and choose which one is best for you. But if you're getting that pinchy pain, you pretty much just have your hip flexor compressing, or it actually could be your joint telling you, I don't want to be in this position. So really trying to stay away from some of that pain is your goal, and there's a couple ways that you can do that, which again I'll mention in video 2. But really find where that spot is because you want to try and avoid it. Once you don't get any hip pain, that is your spot to kind of pay attention to on the machine. It might be where you want to play with, should I bring my legs out a little bit or should I keep them where they are and stop at this point? Now, if your knees are pretty much at 90-ish degrees, which mine are pretty close, if they are, then this is actually your most optimal position when it comes to actually exploding and using your quad muscles. So this is an excellent position to stop in, and you shouldn't think of it as, oh my gosh, I'm losing out on so much extra room. If this is the spot where you're not having any pain, this is a great place to stop at. And to be honest, not a lot of people get hip pain when we're in this back position because our hip isn't really going to an extension position, and it's pretty similar to a sitting position. So most people are comfortable at the finish. Usually everything that is happening that's causing it is happening at the catch. Now, if you are experiencing it somewhere else, please feel free to reach out, let me know, and I'll make a video about it. But the most common that I see is usually from that happening in the front position. If you've got any questions, please leave them below. I'll jump on, make a video like this one answering your questions. If you found this helpful, please thumbs up, and I hope you have an amazing day. Happy rowing.